Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing Pokémon Black and White 2, which was released back in 2012 for the Nintendo DS. Now, this game is a direct sequel to the original Black and White, and there are events that are mentioned in this game that happened in the previous game. So for example, N, Getsis, the original trainers from both Black and White, the Pokémon that was used in Team Galactic, no, is it Team Galactic? I think it's Team Galactic's plan of world domination by using N and, depending on which game you use, the box art legendary's power to take over all of Unova. And yeah, and apart from that, there's some other changes into the game. Like there are some other there are new gyms you can use or you can battle in. There's some new rivals, and also there are also Pokemon from previous generations in this game, because one of the main criticisms I think about the previous Black and White games was that none of the original a lot of the Pokemon that appeared in previous games weren't in Black and White, and I think you can only catch them in like a post game. So a lot of old Pokemon could be found in during like your adventure through Unova, and you could catch them and use them on your journey. And I think this is a good sequel. It kind of reminds me of Pokemon Gold and Silver, of how those games are direct sequels to the original Red and Blue, because those two games, Gold and Silver, referenced the original team, which is Team Rocket. They reference Red. They reference a lot of other things that happened during the events of Red and Blue, and when they are mentioned in Gold and Silver. And I think that's what this game does well, because it even though it kind of expands on the lore of Unova, and it kind of like it's basically like, oh, this happened, that happened, well, we played that particular game, and I feel like this game is really cool. Now, the gyms in this game are very different. Like, there are some similar gyms that you might fight along your journey, but there are some new ones. For example, there's the very first gym you fight in, which is the Poison type gym, and I think that's interesting because in Black and White 2, you just don't go towards all the same gyms that you did in the previous Black and White games. You go and battle in new ones, and you can experiment with different Pokemon that you might not have used before, to defeat those particular gyms. And the champion is quite interesting, kind of, because in the previous game, the previous champion, I forgot his name, but he had like a variety amount of Pokemon, just like every other champion, unless it's the champion in Pokemon Emerald, when all of his Pokemon is just water types. That's like the easiest champion battle ever. But with a new champion, who's Iris now, who was seen in the previous game, uses Dragon type Pokemon, but also some non-Dragon type Pokemon for some reason. I don't know, because she's known as the Dragon type Master or something, and she uses like half Dragon types, half non-Dragon types. So I kind of say, like, if it's like, to make it a lot more challenging, instead of just you spamming either Dragon type moves or Ice type moves on the Dragon type Pokemon that Iris has. I would kind of see where the Game Freak were going with this, so that it'll make the battle a lot more challenging and less easy. But I kind of wish to see like Iris' team to be all Dragon types instead of just half Dragon types, half non-Dragon types. And there are also like the old Pokemon from previous games, like you've got the starters, Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig. You've got Scrafty, Crocodile, and Pheasant, all those other Pokemon that had appeared in Black and White. And I feel like with this and the combination of Pokemon from previous generations, make the game a lot better than the original Black and White, because of because you can just use old Pokemon and kind of experiment with your team and see which Pokemon would suit this team and which Pokemon would suit this particular gym battle. And also, one of the cooler things is that Team it's not Team Galactic, it's Team Plasma. Yeah, I forgot. I was kind of like confused with Pokemon teams. So Team Plasma are back, kind of like how Team Rocket were back in Gold and Silver. And this time they want to use the Ice Dragon type Pokemon, legendary one. I forgot his name, but it's like the third Dragon type Pokemon legendary in the game, and you can find it after you've beaten the original Black and White in that cavern thing. And they want to use that Pokemon as well as either Reshiram or Zekrom to basically take over the world, and it's typical team Pokemon domination plan ideas thing. So yeah, I think that's quite cool because it's like, even though they're expanding their plan, sort of, they're using a similar tactic but with a new idea. And now it's time for some gameplay of the game. So the graphics are a bit like the ones in the original Black and White games. So it's kind of got like that sort of 2D-ish combined with that 3D sort of format. And what I like about the main sort of battle of that, as you'll see here, is that I feel like the battling is a bit more a bit better than in the original, because each trainer that you fight, or basically each rival battle that you face, has like a sort of animation, and so like and also the Pokemon that appear in the battlefield also have their own sort of little animations that they do, and I feel like that's a lot better. Also, the bottom screen is a bit more better. I feel like it's a lot better than the original Black and White games, and they kind of like I feel like they're a lot better. So as usual, you've got your fight button. You can like choose any of your moves. You've got the amount of Pokemon that you have here. You've also got the amount of Pokemon that your rival has. You can look in your bag to see which items you can use. You've got the run button, but that can only be used in wild battles, and you've got the Pokemon bag that can be used for like picking which Pokemon. And also, I feel like the moves are a bit better. Well, not a bit better. I feel like they're a lot faster. Which would I say? Yeah, I feel like they're a bit better than in the original Black and White, because they're a lot faster and they're able to basically just it's kind of like how Pokemon Platinum was when it was released, when the battle animation was a lot faster in that game, and how like when you got experience from a battle, they'll just go faster. And I feel like that's what Black and White did as well. They helped get more. Game Freak basically just made everything look faster and a bit more polished. And I feel like that's what makes this game a lot better than Black and White, because of the battle and just everything else. And also, I do like how in Black and White 2 to be more precise, you can go to different areas and new locations that you might not have gone to before in the original Black and White games. I just really enjoyed that. So that's been it for the gameplay. Now it's time to go back to the review. So what I find really interesting about the game is that, apart from interacting with other old characters from the games, you can also interact with other. Basically, you can interact with the people you've met in Pokemon Black and White. So, for example, Bianca, she's now an assistant to the professor of the universe, Professor Juniper, and another rival that was a part of the original Black and White is now the gym leader of the normal type gym, and I feel like that's really interesting, and again, it helps expand the universe of Black and White, and it helps universe become more realistic, because the sequels of Black and White 2 help expand on how much a sequel can be and how we can see different elements used in different ways. I really do like how these can be used. Like, I kind of wish like newer Pokemon games that use the sequel sort of I can actually use sort of thing. That's why I kind of wished Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had a bit more. You know, if Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had a bit more polish and a bit more of the sequel thing that Black and White 2 did, and then I would feel like that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would have been on the same level as Black and White 2. But yeah, but I do enjoy this game. I feel like there are a lot of cool elements that are in this, and I feel like that future Pokemon sequels that do take this route should look to this game and see how they can take aspects from this game and make them their own and use them for those particular games. So yeah, that's been my review for Pokemon Black and White 2. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.